All right, Coach, you have talked about how you're hitting a critical phase of camp and basically working on yourself this week before you start getting ready for UTEP. What are you seeing right now?
Yeah, this is probably, obviously game week's important, but this is most critical for all our guys to see who's going to be ready to play, see what things we can do on offense, defense, and special teams, and then just ramp up the intensity and the focus because we're getting closer to game time.
And you have this week, you've got another full pad practice on Thursday to get ready for that last scrimmage of fall camp. What will you be looking for this week specifically?
To this week is all about situational stuff. Every down and distance, I want guys being aware of the time on the clock, the time in the game, who's in it, what particular personnel groups we're using and all that. And I want everybody, as I told everybody in the program, needs to be engaged on the sidelines. And I think they understand that, but I have to keep preaching that because there's a tendency as practice goes on, they'll lose focus, and we can't have that.
You've mentioned that you've seen this team get better over the first part of fall camp. Is there anything specifically that has stood out above everything else?
Well, I just think taking to heart they're not repeating the same mistakes all the time. There's a few times it does it, and that's very frustrating for us as coaches. But there's new mistakes that they're making, and at least we're correcting some of the other ones.
Jalen Swain, we're about halfway through fall camp. How would you say the defense is doing so far?
Everybody's learning the plays. We moving at a better tempo. With the plays that we have learned, we just got to move fast, and we just playing at a good tempo.
Coach Rodriguez has talked about how this is a crucial part of fall camp. This is really the last stretch to where you can get better and work on yourself before you have to start working on your opponent. What are you looking for out of your defense and your teammates in the next few practices?
Everybody to know the playbook before we really get in the season because it's the last week and you can really do installs because after this week you really got to start prepping for the team that you are playing. So long as everybody know every play in the playbook, we can play faster when it become game time.
And then you're a veteran on this team. Now you were able to go through fall camp with Coach Alley, Coach Rodriguez last year. How has that helped prepare you to be a leader on this defense?
Knowing the tempo, like the young guys come in, they don't know the tempo. Practice move faster, the way that they snap the ball, run to the ball. Like Coach Richard want everybody moving. Like if you just stand on the sideline, he wants you engaged. So just knowing the guys that like you just can't be standing there and be a spectator. He wants you to be locked in that practice. So the tempo is just totally different from guys that coming from high school or transfers that ain't never did it. So like we know the tempo if you was here when Coach Richard first got here. So we just got to have guys playing at his tempo.
I got one more question for you. You've been through a lot of change in this program too. You came in the Ohio Valley Conference. Now, how does it feel to be able to be a part of bringing Jacksonville State football into Conference USA and the FBS, this new facility going on right now?
Everybody's goal is to play at the top level, the elite level. It really feel good. I done seen the bad, the good, and really right now it's the good for us because like we never had this before. Like we playing in a bigger conference, FBS. Everybody want to play at the top of college sports or just going professional. So and we getting everything that's best for us, and Coach Richard is making everything happen. So it's really like just fun, like to see everything that Jacksonville going through.